We have fought forest reindeer. We've even fought our own dogs in the series up to this point, but we have never encountered one of the hated purple nurples. Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are back with some more Unreal World today, and we are continuing our conquest of the Njerpez with the Newt the Destroyer and his little dog Killer, who recently attacked us. Well, it was my fault, ultimately. I did fracture her skull, but she's fully healed. She's not starving. You can see she got plenty of bones over there to gnaw on and stuff, and we've got plenty of meat ourselves, so we are very well stacked now with food and some trade goods. In fact, I've got some reindeer fur. The leather, I'm actually probably not going to trade that. We'll keep that. I'm taking it with me, though. I might need to make some skis at some point. We are getting close to winter, so it's the second day of the second week before winter season. I think clothing-wise, just in terms of our protection, well, let's take a look instead of guessing, right? If we hit the Shift and S, or no, I'm sorry, A. This opens up the armor coverage, but down here at the bottom, there's also protection against cold, because the cold is an enemy as well. And you can see if I select it, green is good, red is bad, yellow is in the middle. So I definitely need some extra foot protection, hand and neck and face, which is, these are all kind of tougher items to get because I only have one layer of shoes and one layer of gloves at the moment. You know, it would be great if I could find some wool socks and wool mittens, but we'll have to trade for those, I think. And the face and neck, I might be able to do something for that. I don't know. We'll have to look into it. But otherwise, we're fairly well protected against the cold, at least. Let's take a look at our average of... This is our average of, like, armor, not including warmth. So, pretty decent. Again, looks very similar to our warmth protection. But we can always do better, especially with that armor. And we are going to be trading today, but unfortunately not for any armor, although that might not be true, huh? I just remembered we do have an order in for a blacksmith here, and we're very close to it, so yeah, maybe that'll be our first stop off. I wanted to get another couple of dogs, but I think we might have enough. So we're currently right here at the little red circle sitting on top of our X marks the spot here for the shelter. And we're going to head over to the east, I think, starting things off today. And like I said, we'll talk to our blacksmith friend. Okay, we have arrived at the friendly neighborhood blacksmith, and if I recall, he is a masterwork quality blacksmith. Hello there, sir. Nice hat you've got. All right, let's greet him. I am Canute. How's that masterwork broadsword coming along? Oh, I thought we put in an order for a helmet. Crap, I forgot about that. It was a broadsword. I got greedy. I wanted my weapon. Okay, we'll do a helmet next, but how's that sword coming? Let's trade then, buddy. Damn, this might be more expensive than I thought. Oh, crap. Hold on. We'll throw on the fine elk fur. Is only a start for yourself. Crap. You know what? This doesn't please me. No deal, sir. No deal. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to leave the village, and I'm going to steal the sword. No, we can't do that. But I'm going to leave, I think, and we will come back at a later point. Because my overall goal, like I said, was to pick up a couple of canines, because I think we're going to attack this little settlement right here. This one, I think, is a good staging point for the attack of the main body of the Njerpez. So, with that in mind, we'll probably get a bunch of loot from this settlement, maybe even a sword or two ourselves. So I'll be able to pay that guy off and get some more stuff ordered in a couple of days. But yeah, we might be able to do that today. Like I said, the goal is just to hit up a couple of villages that have dogs. So if we check real quick, that one's pigs. These Remy folk do have quite a bit of wealth. They have a cow. There was a dog. So there's 2 dogs right there. Let's see if we can't pick up 2 more with the furs and the meat that I've got here. All right. Village number 1 has a small dog, but that's okay. Small dogs can be just as ferocious as the big ones. In fact, in some cases even more so. But all she wanted was the forest reindeer fur, which is the smaller fur. It's the 10-pounder, and 10 cuts of said forest reindeer. So it's pretty good. All one package trade there with that reindeer kill we got, I guess. But yeah, that's a deal, my friend. There we are. Of course, you got to be careful here. Don't want the dog to run away from us. And there's a bunch of dogs around us. Let's see, that's Killer. I suspect, yeah, that's the small female dog. This one right here is just part of the village dogs, and I suspect they're not going to sell me any more here. Let's just double check. I'm going to speak to her again. Ask her. Yep. No. Once you bought one, we're out of stock here at this smaller village. But wrong key. Okay, so that means I'm going to go ahead and remove this marker. There we go. They don't have any more animals. It's primarily what I use the markers for. Sometimes if I'm actually going through villages looking for stuff and I find like a really nice piece of armor that I can't currently afford, I'll put that in a mark too. I'll say, you know, oh hey, there's a nice iron helm here or something. But let's pop into the second one. This was the other location, I believe, that has a dog very close by. But let's just see here. Anybody? Hello? Not the kid. We'll talk to this gentleman right here, sir. What do you got for me? A big dog. Oh, okay. We're going to balance out our small dog with a big dog. Let me see. I have a feeling that this entire forest reindeer, or I'm sorry, forest elk fur is a bit overkill. No, it's not. Okay, it's getting promising. Hey, those big dogs, man. Oh, I wonder if we can sell some of these antlers. It's getting promising. Well, he took them at least. It wasn't enough. We'll do another 10 cuts of jerky here. No, not quite. Go through the full trade with you guys. Sometimes it's a little tedious. And it can be better to offer it in large stacks, but I'm trying to nickel and dime this guy. There we go. So it's what, 40 cuts of meat plus the antlers. There we go. Let's deal. Nice. All right. Zoom in. We've got our dogs. Let me see. Oh, God, there's still a bunch of them around me. Oh, I need to name our small female and our big dog here. So let's get the dog on a leash. There we go. And we shall name the big dog. What should we name him? Okay, there we go. So I've been reading some R.A. Salvatore fantasy novels recently. We're going to name him Drist. And the big dog I named Dantrag. So we've got Dantrag and Drist here. Okay, and we can proceed. This isn't as many dogs as I'd want. You know, maybe we can get one more. I will probably have to trade another big old chunk of the food we've got. And I'd like to save the food for hiring soldiers, you know, because we're going to need some of those too when we attack this village. But hey, you know what? There's a dog over in this eastern part here of the culture, and I haven't quite explored all this yet. Let's come over here, see if we can't buy this dog, and I'm going to open up a little bit more. Maybe we'll get lucky and discover another village or two over here. Oh no, it is night, the small hours of the morning. It's raining, we're a bit tired, and we have encountered a Njerpez warrior, our first sighting of our true enemy here. We have fought forest reindeer, we've even fought our own dogs in the series up to this point, but we have never encountered one of the hated purple Njerpels. But we have no choice now but to see what they look like. Let's take a quick peek. All right, I'm going to zoom in here. Visibility is very poor. Can we go into hiding? Yes, he does not see me yet. We have just bought another dog, and I named him Wolfgar. So he's got a pretty formidable name. It's about time to test our dogs and see if they're as formidable in combat as their names suggest. First, though, we must have information on our enemies. The great Sun Tzu teaches, always hit the look button before you attack. So we shall. I think there's a mushroom down there too by him. Okay, he's got a hand axe, a round shield, a cord. He's wearing an iron helm, which I will take from him and wear myself. And he does have some armor on him. Well, tell you what. I hope he's alone. In fact, now I'm not certain. He might not be alone. Sometimes they do come in groups. Let's turn around. I don't see anybody else. Now, if I hit the look command... Yeah, while he's the only entity on the screen, at least the only entity I think is on the screen. No other doesn't pop up to anything else. So, all right, let's go for it. Let's try it. I'm gonna take a shot at him with our hunting bow. There could be other enemies just out of sight though too. Oh, I'm nervous, but Canute is not nervous. He's ready to go, folks. All right, here we go. We're taking a shot. Keep your eye on the Njerpez, because you'll see if the arrow hits him or if it flies by. I'm going to go for a body shot. Nailed him. Escaping wounded, suffering serious puncture in the shoulder. Okay, okay. He's got no ranged ability. I'm going to have to zoom out a bit. Honestly, this is really as far as I need to zoom out because I can't see any farther. Alright. If there are other ones, they will show themselves right away. Okay, he's still, like, running away, but he turned. Let's grab an arrow. He could go hostile. I'm going to sprint, too. It exposed me out of stealth, but I don't want to lose him off screen. Alright, I shouldn't sprint too much. Where's he at? Yeah, I'm carrying a bunch of stuff. Remember, I got tons of weight on me. Alright, let's go back into stealth. He's still sprinting away. Where's he at? I might have to zoom out again. Damn. Well, I really want to get this guy. With the wealth that he had on him, even if we, like, damage his gear, we might be able to go back and get that sword. Plus, he's got a shield on him. There he is. See him sleeping? Oh, he's just off screen. I mean, he's still hurt. Let's go for it. I'm stealthed. Not going to melee him. Although we might if... Oh, okay, he's hostile. He's coming in hot, guys. Let's zoom in all the way. Now, of course, the dogs go hostile, too. I'm going to go ahead, take another step forward. He still doesn't see me, though. I think the dogs probably barked at him. Or barked in hunger or something. All right, this is good. The dogs aren't in my way, so I can take a clear shot at him. I have terrible endurance at the moment. I should drop stuff, but I'm not willing to. All right, so the dog is in my way. I'm going to go for a headshot, meaning we're going to shoot higher, and we will have less likelihood of hitting our dog. But it's still a harder shot. It's all right, I got more arrows for this boy. He's just kind of dancing and weaving out there in front of me. He's not really coming in at me. I think he's probably afraid of the dogs. Nailed him. Oh, he's got his hand axe and his shield held high. Suffering from a serious puncture. Oh, he probably blocked it. I bet you he blocked that shot. Alright, we'll go for another one. Because he's holding it high. Headshot. Oh, glances off his abdomen, still hurting him. Alright, he's in melee with the dogs. He just attacked Wolfgar. Don't let him do it, Wolfgar. Get him. Okay, now like I said, I can still shoot him as long as I aim high. We should be okay. Managed to hurt each other. He's fighting with our dogs, not us. Headshot. Oh, let's see. Jaw snaps in thin air. Let's see. He's fighting a lot with the dogs. That's okay. Let's take a quick look at everybody. Oh, he's got some serious stuff on him now. He's getting torn to shreds. Shallow cut in the abdomen on one of our dogs. Walking lame. We're suffering from shallow cut in the abdomen. We're going to have to rest these puppies up afterwards, but that's not a big deal. It's worth it. Take another shot at him. I might have enough to buy another dog or two after this, too. Let's not count our chickens before they're hatched, huh? He dropped his weapon. Look, he dropped his hand axe and had to pick it up. He basically means he loses a turn. Or two, actually. Oh, he's fallen. Get him. Savage the neck. Now, with a human, you're not going to be skinning them. So all the times I say don't use your blade on an animal, you can freely use your blade or your point with a human, including the dogs. Let the dogs have at them. So I'm just going to allow time to pass for a second. All right, he stood up and fell back down. And I'm going to allow time to pass. The dogs are doing all the work for me. Okay, savage him. All right, he's fallen. And he's up again. All right, let me take a shot at him. I don't want to shoot him while he's on the ground. Do we get him? Fly straight at the Njerpez. Don't significantly hamper your shot. The arrow hits his hand. Oh, he's unconscious. Now's the time. Go for the neck. Yep, the dogs snap at his neck. They know. They're smart. Past time. He's dead. Oh, what a battle, folks. What a fantastic battle for our first Njerpez assault. And I'm pretty sure that was, he was alone, so that's good. Let me grab my arrow over here. Then we're going to loot his corpse. Let's go. All right, those are our arrows. Very nice. The round shield looks undamaged. That's beautiful. Hand axe. We don't even have a hand axe yet, so this is huge. Now his gear is pretty banged up, although his fur overcoat's in good shape. But we've already got one of those. The iron helm. I'm gonna trade this. Trade this away. Same with the cuirass. I'm gonna trade these two items. Like I said, we'll probably go back and try and get that sword from the blacksmith. We're definitely gonna get another dog though. I don't want to pick up the corpse. Leave it right there. All right, so we've got all his gear now. Arrows, beautiful. And the other little scraps of clothing he's got too will probably be worth something in a trade as well. But man, oh man, fantastic. And of course, poor pups. They're pretty badly injured. Take a quick peek at them. Walking lame, serious puncture. Nope, Dantrag's untouched, shallow cut in the abdomen. Nothing fatal though, so they'll be able to heal up just fine. Wow, well, the snow is really starting to accumulate here in the ground. It's very dark, guys. I know, I'm sorry. I've said I'll try not to subject you too much to the nighttime in this game, but luckily we are here inside of a little cabin now, so I decided to creep up in here and we're going to sleep amongst the village folk. But no, I came to this area specifically for a reason. So this is the farthest south of the Remy culture. We're actually down here by the coast, so this is the ocean or the sea down below us. So it doesn't go much farther south than this. And there's three nice little villages right here, which we've come to before. They don't have any animals for sale, and I'm going to recruit some soldiers from these three villages. I did get a couple extra dogs with the guy's gear, so basically all I've got left from that Njerpez fight is the round shield, the hand axe, and I think that's it. Yeah, I sold all his gear. There might be a piece or two that they didn't want. Yeah, they didn't. Nobody's wanted his boots or the cuirass yet, which is, I still might be able to trade that away, but I didn't get the sword from the blacksmith. I ended up just buying dogs with all that stuff. So we're going to be okay, though. Without the sword, we've still got our bow and arrows. Not in as many arrows as I'd like, but we'll do okay. We've got a round shield, a hand axe now, plus I've got my trident, which is great. And like I said, I've got like 2 extra dogs now, so I think we have 6. Good way to tell is just to count the number of ropes I've got here. 2, 4, 5. No, 6. Caddy Bree down here. So 6 total dogs. But let's go ahead and have a little nap. Ah, well rested. Morning breakfast. Dogs don't get anything. We need them hungry for the upcoming fight. So ideally, what I'd like to do is get everybody recruited here and then head up here and maybe attack it today, still while it's light outside. It's going to be a bit of a chore, but the entire reason I came so far south is because you've got to have guys within a certain range so that they don't leave you, because they only spend about 4 or 5 days with you once you've hired them. And if you can get them hired all real quickly and then attack your target, you can keep your army whole and nobody will abandon you, when you arrive at your destination. So that's really what you want to avoid. With this proximity here today in these 3 villages and our current target, there really isn't much risk of that happening, but I've also got to be careful because it's very likely some of these guys will die, or I might not end up paying all of them. So the villages that I recruit these guys from probably won't recruit again to me. Well, we'll see. I'm going to try and be a little bit more careful in my recruiting this time around. Usually I go just hog wild and I'll recruit like 20 dudes and just crush the village, but I'm only going to do like 6 or 7, I think, and hope that with the dogs we've got, that'll be enough. So let's start waking people up. Everybody's asleep around me, which is actually really good. So I'm going to introduce myself and we'll start to hire them. There we go. Here's our first volunteer. And usually I've found 8 to 10 is a good starting bid. Yep, there you go. So with 8 cuts, he's ready to go. There's our very first soldier, like I said. So give me a moment or two, and I'm going to recruit a half dozen or so more. Okay, so I've gone through this village, just the one so far, pretty extensively. And I actually happened to find a blacksmith here who is a masterwork quality, just coincidentally, and I put an order in for a helmet. So now we've got 2 blacksmith orders in, but I'm also placing this marker here to say that we've recruited from this one, and I changed the color from red to white. So now, if we zoom in, obviously the circle will disappear eventually, but we've got a white marker here. I'm going to try and stay consistent with those two, so it just lets me know in the future if I've recruited from this village, I probably am not going to be able to come back here again and get more people, especially if we have like casualties and stuff. But let's just pop out and see. It's hard to tell. I want to say, I lost track, but I want to say I got like 7 guys roughly here with me. The blacksmith up there to the north isn't part of it. The little kid isn't part of it, but I think we're good. Yeah, there's a few more here. I would love to just take who we've got and attack that. In other words, I don't want to go to another village and recruit, but what I might do, let's see here, because there's another one, couple more close by. If one of them, oh, okay, perfect. So this one up here, it's hard to see because it's cast in the shadow of the fog of war, but there is a single small village. So they're represented by a single cabin, smaller type. It's not like a full city dwelling or settlement. It's just a little place maybe with 1 or 2 families. But if we can come to this one, maybe recruit like 2 or 3 more people, that would be fantastic. Then I would feel totally satisfied. But here you can more clearly see the army I've got. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I felt like I got more than that, but no, pretty stout warriors, except for the 2 older gentlemen, but they can still fight here. I haven't really looked at their gear, but let's just take a moment. So he's got a broad knife and the food that I gave him. This guy's probably our most well-geared. Yeah, he's got a knife, staff, axe, crossbow with arrows. That's cool. So he's well armored. These old men probably don't have anything. Yeah, just bare handing it here. Oh, this guy's got a knife. That's good. There we go. He's also got a knife. So we got a bunch of knife fighters with us. I don't have much to give them. I would like to outfit them with more stuff, but like I said, this is our very first attack. So, here's a strapping looking gentleman. Let's hire him real quick. Not interested. Dang it. All right, I'll keep trying real quick. All right, we have done it. I got 2 more people to join me. A couple of people refused, and I got an old guy and a young guy to come along. So the army's looking pretty good. We're going to exit the village area, zoom out, and we've got a bit of a trek, like I said, but it's still morning. I think we can get up to there while it's still daylight. Yeah, it's not super far. Of course, again, we're going for this purple circle right here. So here we are. We can make it. Let's go. Okay, well, didn't quite get up here in the time I wanted. It is now getting late, and we're not even quite here. Also, I've made one of the, I don't want to say critical mistakes, but it's always better to explore the territory you're going to attack and locate the actual settlement before you hire the people. That way you're not wasting time just traipsing around the forest looking for the settlement, wasting, that valuable, precious time that your people are still with you. And we didn't do that. I didn't do that ahead of time. I should have. No worries. I was getting antsy. I really wanted to get the attack underway. And it's too dark now. Can't be stumbling around out here with literally no visibility. We could walk into the village. And I want to be able to drop everything I've got before we actually get the assault going. These ones out here, these little satellite colonies that the Njerpez send out like this here that aren't a part of their main culture, are a little bit different looking. They're smaller, and they're just usually represented by a couple little tents on the map. They can be very hard to see, especially if they're in a forest. So give me just a moment or two. I'm not really, again, in too much fear that our people are going to leave us, but I just want to be very careful not to stumble into this place. All right, there it is. And I didn't even get the notification. The game didn't pause and tell me that there was a settlement nearby. So that's why you got to be careful, because you can very literally walk into this thing if you're not aware of its presence nearby. There it is. The dog is standing on top of it, but it's directly to the south of my character at the moment. Just a little set of tents here. I'll back away. Can't see it. There we go. There it is. But it's important that I drop everything I don't absolutely need. So I'm going to drop the extraneous trade goods, even the water, the leather, all of this here. Of course, I'm going to keep my dog's leashes. That's important. But all this food is getting dropped. There we go. I'm going to keep all the clothing I've got on just because we're good, but make sure I've rested fully. Okay, we're completely rested now. Let's double check the inventory. I'm going to keep the round shield because I might go... You know what? No. At the same time, that's 6 pounds. Let's go ahead and drop that too. I'm going to drop that. Without the sword, I don't feel like I'll be doing much axe fighting. I'll probably go with the trident if I get into melee, which means I won't be using a shield. Trident is like a two-handed spear, essentially. But all right, so we're looking in good shape. I'm down to -10 endurance, which isn't perfect, but I've got 90 to play with, essentially, there. And I can still shoot, even if we've reached 100, but it's not going to be very good shooting. Hopefully we don't let it get to that point, though, right? All right, so another thing is, as soon as we step into this village, my people are going to start talking to me. They're not going to leave or anything, but they will interrupt anything and tell me that how long they've got to go. But I think we're going to leave it here for today, guys. We've run out of time for this episode, so we're going to leave it on a little bit of a cliffhanger. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. Our very first assault on the Njerpez culture is occurring, but we did have some action today. I hope you enjoyed that fight, and it put us off on the right foot for sure. It allowed us to get all our dogs and hire this little army here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for the series so far. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I always love hearing from you. Hit that like button, subscribe of course if you haven't done so, and I will see you all on the next one.